Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to another Realm of the Mad God rambling video, I guess. Easter update is officially out. I should actually go to the Nexus. I want to show you everything that's new. First off, we got a new Battle Pass. Usually Battle Passes are once per season, but they changed it now so that the seasons are longer, but we're still going to be getting the same amount of Battle Passes, so that means 2 Battle Passes per season. For free-to-play, it's kind of the same deal. I would say, honestly, the one thing I'm looking forward to the most is this engraving booster. Just gives you a higher chance to get engravings from Advanced Cogbold and Advanced Nest. Other than that, Backpack Extender is always great. Some of your run-of-the-mill stuff here for a Battle Pass. Actually, completely skipped over the Vault Chest. Vault Chest cannot be used on Seasonal, though. But, you know, it's a free Vault Chest. That's always fantastic. We also have a new campaign. Haven't seen a campaign in a while, but I also don't play this game year-round. So, this is a free campaign. You do not need to pay for it. Doing event dungeons will just drop tokens, and you consume those tokens to progress the campaign further. Other than that, we have some new chest events, and I will talk about this later. We had some maintenance. Because of the maintenance on the servers, they extended the events of some of these dungeons by a day, I believe. They might have extended it longer. For example, the missing texture cubes and spheres will still have quests for them, so if you miss the deadline, you can still turn them in. So, if you want to get a baked bow, you still can. If you have missing texture spheres, you can still turn them in for Shatter's weapons and abilities. The next thing that I want to talk about is the new content in the realm. And I guess I'll touch on this quick before I go. There is a free Easter pack if you want to go get that, and there is this Easter Fame box which will become available in about 2 days. There's also Craig's Gift. Craig's Gift, you pay 500 Realm Gold, and you will receive 1,750 Realm Gold over 35 days. You claim 50 gold each day. You have to log on and claim it, and you will come out basically 3.5 times what you paid for it. So new content in the realm. As you can see, there's some new stuff on my map. But let's start with this, the new Relentless Springs biome. This is the new Easter biome, and there's a bunch of Easter-themed enemies here. There's rabbits. I think I saw like a ferret or a goat or something. There's Easter Island heads. There's these chocolate monument guys, or not monument, but construct enemies. And all of these enemies will have a chance to drop the incubation mace, which is one of the best summons in the game, I believe. This guy just called a crystal cavern. I didn't know that these enemies drop a crystal cavern. That is news to me. So, if you want to do a crystal cavern only and you want to skip the fungal, these enemies apparently can drop crystal cavern. Now, on the map, we have the Easter eggs. You go to these eggs, you kill them. Usually they're HP scaled per player in the realm, but there's only 4 people in this realm, so I'm going to be able to kill this pretty quickly solo. They just drop mystery cloths most of the time. You can get Oryx shards, like the Oryx abilities, Oryx weapons, armors, and rings. I'm assuming they can also drop mystery stat potions. That would not surprise me. There is one other thing that I want to hopefully quickly find. One of these enemies drops sewers, and there's an event for sewers, and there are new treasure rooms in some dungeons. I'll show that on the screen. Well, perfect, I got a toxic sewers. Some dungeons have new treasure rooms, and hey, there's one right here. So while you're fighting this boss, however, it is actually somewhat dangerous, I will admit. So it's like if you've ever done the Sulphurous Wetlands tea room. And you can see now that I'm actually confused. While you're fighting this boss, yes, you are perma-confused. You start with perma-slow, and then you damage him a little bit, and you get permanently confused while you're fighting it. It's honestly pretty annoying. and still dangerous for someone like me. If you tank a lot of those shots that come out, they do 100 damage about and bleed, and I have 50-something defense. Oh, 50 exactly. I have exactly 50 defense. I do have Crucible, so I am taking extra damage, but if you're a new player, I would be just careful around the new treasure rooms. So other than that, we have some new Tinkerer quests. There's also some new reskin ST sets. There's the old ST set, I guess you'd call it, even though the items aren't actually STs, the reskins aren't actually STs, I should say. There's the reskin Ancient Stone Sword. There's the reskin Scutum from Janus. Then there's the reskin Fire Dragon Battle Armor. And then there's a reskin UB Death, I think it is. But other than that, we have some actual ST sets that got reskinned. From the Ancient Ruins, there's the Archer set. And here's the tokens, by the way. You just consume these, and you get campaign points. There's also a Sewers chest event. So the Archer set from the Ancient Ruins has a reskinned ST set that you can claim with these tokens. I forget the exact name of the set, but it's like the Voided Paladin set, or whatever. That has a reskin set now as well. And then the Earthen Bulwark, whatever it's called, Summoner ST, also has a reskin. And I guess I'll go look at that now, because killing sprite enemies is not, there's nothing to do with the Easter event here. So yeah, there's the reskin Ass, the EGGS, reskin Scutum, and then this is the ST set. So it says once per account item of choice. However, I'm assuming in future weeks we will have more of this quest, so you can get all of them. And then the reskin UTs, there's the reskin T-Shot, there's the reskin Eastern Winds Wakizashi from the Woodland Labyrinth, the Sakura Wakizashi, and then there's a reskin Puri, the Botany book. There's a Easter armor chest, and there are new Easter armors. I will show those on screen now. They are, I would say, either on the same level or a little bit higher level than like tier 13, maybe tier 14 armors. So they're actually pretty good, and they are charged up by killing enemies in the new biome. And once charged up, you get like extra attacks or something, you do extra damage. It actually seems pretty cool. You can get a Greater Mystery skin once per account. There's a new emote, Magician Bunny. There's a new title, the Warrior title. Surprised that wasn't in the game already. And then there's a Chocolate Mystery chest, which you can do daily. And then this is repeatable. This is basically just, you've unlocked everything else, and you have no use for these anymore. You can just get the Easter Mystery gifts. Other than that, I think what's going to happen is, right now, you can get these two STs. So let's say for my Archer, I want the reskin Archer ST set. Right now, I can get this quiver, and I can get this ring. And then sometime in the future, I'll be able to get the bow and the armor. And the same goes for the other sets. So I think that does it for the new quests. And like you saw, you can get these golden egg tokens from current event dungeons, other than, I believe, that these are still going on. So yes, there is an event for, like, the Shatters, but that event is from April Fools. This is not for Easter. Right now, I'll show the, I guess, the roadmap, or the schedule for events on the screen right now. And the ones currently active are the ones earlier in the week, or earlier in the schedule. Surprisingly, actually, from a Deca visual, it's a pretty easy to read visual, and I would say it's well put together. So this is a little interjection. There is some stuff in the calendar that I just completely forgot to mention, which is just my bad, and I definitely think it's important to mention now, so I'm going to edit this in later. So, Biff, the buff bunny, is spawning in the realm. He'll spawn at 50% realm progress, and then once again at 80% realm progress, and he will also drop the Queen Bunny Chamber. Another thing in the graphic is shiny drop rates for some specific items are going on basically for the whole month. Any shinies that drop from the Mad Lab, the Toxic Sewers, the Puppet Master's Theater, the Abyss of Demons, the Snake Pit, and Magic Woods will have increased shiny drop rate. I'm pretty sure they said it's doubled. Along with this, for the whole Easter event, which goes on until the 29th, if you are in a party with 2 or more people, you will get a 20% XP bonus. This includes, obviously, getting fame quicker, so if you want to see funny orange number go up, playing in a party would be the best way to do so. Near the end of the month, from the 22nd to the 29th, the Gardener and the Keeper will spawn in the realm. And I think that's everything that I wanted to cover here. Currently, as of April 8th, the Mad Lab, Toxic Sewers, Crawling Depths, Davy Jones' Locker, Cogbold, and Advanced Cogbold Steamworks all have a chest event which are dropping the campaign tokens, and also the Tinkerer tokens. So, they said that these events would be over, but I'll talk about this next, I guess. There was a really long maintenance, and they decided to extend the duration of these events and their respective Tinkerer quests for an extra day, so that it's fair to all players, and they just didn't have the chance to do these events and turn in the quests. So now, talking about the maintenance, if you did not know, there was a very, major game-breaking glitch. Literally game-breaking, where you could theoretically get, near infinite loot boost. It sounds crazy, and yes, it is crazy, and it's as crazy as, you would think it would be. There were people getting multiple white bags in one bag, and also getting shinies of those items in the same bag. I remember there was one screenshot where somebody did the secret boss of the Moonlight Village, Kitsune Umi. She drops a bow, she drops a scepter, a ring, and she also drops a crafting material that you can use to make upgraded versions of other whites, kind of like the Cogbold enhancement core, or whatever it's called. And I saw a screenshot of someone who did a Kitsune Umi, and they got every single white bag in one bag, along with the shiny bow. Wow, this is really messed up, dude. You are not even fast enough to make it into the hole sometimes. Now, thankfully, I know my confused controls. I've been playing this game for a very long time, so I'm pretty used to them. Even though Confuse is kind of gone from the game now, there are not many places that still have Confuse. To my knowledge, Machine is one of the only ones left. So, once again, for new players, I would be pretty cautious around this guy, because you probably don't know your Confuse controls, and it is just dangerous in general. Going back to the maintenance, there was a way to basically get almost infinite loot boost, and people were getting insane amounts of loot, but that wasn't all. It was not just loot boost, it was also fame boost. There was a way to basically infinitely stack fame boosts. So you could basically get as much fame as you wanted on a character as you wanted. It was a major glitch. You'd think, oh, people were probably just getting maybe a few 10,000, maybe a few 100,000. People were literally getting millions within hours. Millions of fame on one character. Now, fame isn't a super valuable currency. If you could do this with gold, the game would literally be rolled back. I have no question about it. People would be banned, game would be rolled back, gold would be taken away from all accounts. That did the glitch, of course. Fame is still valuable, and people were getting literal millions of it. So they had to take the game down and do a 7-hour maintenance. 7 hours of no Realm of the Mad God. What are we going to do? God help us. Maybe go outside and do something. I don't know. Whoa. Jesus. So, okay. Well, that confirms it. These chocolate construct guys drop Crystal Cavern, which is interesting. It is currently the only way to just skip the fungal and go straight to the crystal. Now, I actually wish this was a fungal cavern because it's Exalt banner, so both the fungal and the crystal would have it. I don't think this can get the tea room currently, the tea room enemies. There's a few different tea room enemies. It's not just that one that I fought. So the game came back up and people started playing. Easter event just dropped. People were excited for it. However, there was another one, like seriously, come on guys. There was another major bug, this time not with fame or loot boost, but this time with the vault. Wow, another vault bug. Who would have guessed? Every update, you can basically expect a vault bug. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. But this one was especially bad. This wasn't, you know, my items are disappearing or like items aren't being sorted properly. This was literal in-game, no hacks required duplication glitch, along with turning non-seasonal items to seasonal items. So if you had a shiny divinity on your non-seasonal vault, you could literally bring it over to your seasonal vault, and you could just flex that you got a seasonal shiny divinity this season. And there was also a duplication glitch. I don't know a ton about that because I did not bother logging on. I thought, I'm going to log on, and my vault is going to just get bugged, and it's going to be glitched. So I guess in Crystal Cavern, there are these egg baskets spawning, and they drop pots and nil drops and probably other stuff too. So I read in the Realm Discord, there was a ton of outrage. There were so many people like saying, what is going on with my vault? My vault is bugged. My vault and my seasonal vault combined. What is happening? And somebody said all of my non-seasonal gift items disappeared. So I was like, all right, items are disappearing. I am not even going to log on. It is not even worth the risk. So that's why I made a quick video on that vault bug. I said, do not even bother logging on right now. You could lose items, and Deca Akalos said himself, I'll put the screenshot on screen right now, because I obviously took a screenshot of it, and he said that he doubt this will go without bans. And chaos ensued, basically. People were getting on, they were duping items, they were converting to seasonal, and the whole game was basically fucked. And they just had a 7-hour maintenance, so I gotta assume they were pretty hesitant to put the game back on maintenance, because they want people to play their new update, they want people to, you know, see what they've been working on, but the game was just fundamentally broken. So, they had to take the game back down for about another 4 or 5 hours, I forget. It might have even been longer than that. This happened at around 8 in the morning EST. I hadn't even finished my breakfast yet, and all of this was happening. I was literally, I just had an apple for breakfast. I was literally just eating my apple, and I was like, why do I have 3 pings from the Realm of the Mad God Discord? And that is what happened. I saw that there were literal game-breaking bugs happening. They took the game down, and then 5 or 6 hours later or something, they finally put it back up, and the Easter event is now ready for everyone to play. However, what Deca Akalos said was true. People did not go without bans. There were plenty of people in the Realm Discord posting screenshots of themselves being banned. And I am not surprised at all. That is why I made the first video that I did. It's unlisted now because literally as I published the video, the servers went down for maintenance. So I was like, it could be worthwhile to keep up for history's sake, but it's unlisted. I'm not going to delete the video. I'll just keep it unlisted so there's no confusion. Many people got banned. And they are currently still doing so. If you did that glitch, I would not be surprised if your account got banned. I mean, like I said, that's why I advised everyone, just do not even get on the game. It is just not worth risking your account being, like, flagged and then banned. So that is what happened. And it's not a hack or a glitch or a cheat or anything. Or I guess it's a glitch. Oh, hey, I got Exalt Banner. It was just a glitch in the game. Deca just fucked up, and it was a glitch that happened in the game. So, I cannot blame anyone except Deca. This is entirely their fault. Moving on from the maintenance and all of the other issues, I have an update. A very important update, in my opinion. If you've been watching my past 2 videos, you will have seen... I mean, I play on a pretty dead server. Yeah, I'm on US Southwest right now. There have been tons of cheaters using the new Kill Aura cheat. I talked about it in one of my other videos, and basically, Kill Aura is just a hacker will sit on the beach with this cheat, and they will be able to kill anything from anywhere. Obviously, this is pretty bad, because let's say you're grinding for a jug or something, and then, you know, Hermit doesn't drop it anymore. A Sphinx spawns. And then it gets instantly killed by a hacker. You don't even get the chance to hit the Sphinx. That's pretty bad. And my issue was that it directly affected legitimate players like myself, right? And even still, it affects other cheaters. Other cheaters who don't have that hack can't even hit the event boss before the Kill Aura cheaters instantly kill events. So, I made a unlisted video on it, and I sent it to Deca. It is now 4 days later, and they have not responded. So during all of this server maintenance chaos, I decided to reach out to one Deca Nano. And he responded pretty quickly, and I really appreciate it because of what was happening. And I told him, I'll put the screenshot on now, and he has given me full permission to use whatever that he says, basically, in regards to the game, and put it out there publicly. So I'm going to. So I told him about the Kill Aura hack. I had already sent a ticket to Deca. 4 days later, they just didn't give a fuck. So I decided to reach out, and I told him about it. And he said, thank you for bringing this to our attention. Or something like that. Maybe my attention. And it's really, really frustrating. And this is no shade to Nano. He seems like a nice guy, and he responded relatively quickly. And he's really just doing all he can. But how do you not know about this already? How did you not know? It's been, not everywhere, but people have been talking about it, and it's been plaguing the game. Just how have you not seen it yet? In your own, like, eyes? How? So, it was just a really frustrating response. But, they know now. They know the Kill Aura cheat exists, and they will probably fix it. So, that's good news. That does not fix all the issues. There are still multi-boxers and auto-dodgers and other cheaters and such, but right now, the main issue I had with cheaters was that they were directly affecting my gameplay. And there was another one that was another cheat, that is, where any class could teleport anywhere on the map, and that seems pretty strong, and you'd be correct, but it also has some really strange effects on gameplay, because let's say you want to do some Lost Halls for Exalts. Well, you can go do Marble Colossus, but once you kill Marble Colossus, you're locked out of the rest of the halls, so you have to just leave and go do a new halls. But with this cheat, you could do Marble Colossus, you could then teleport outside of the Marble Colossus arena, and then you could go do Cult, and you could exalt defense and speed in one Lost Halls, which was not possible before. And this is like another really just game-breaking cheat. And it's also something you can't avoid. Let's say you walk into a Lost Halls. This sounds like a joke, like you walk into a bar. But you walk into a Lost Halls with a cheater, and they go rush to MBC. And then they do MBC. And you're like, okay, well, yeah, I can't do the MBC anymore, so I'll just do the cult. So you go do the cult, but then this cheater with kill aura and teleport anywhere and auto dodge and stuff comes into the cult and kills everything. Now you still probably got soulbound on the boss, so you still get a speed exalt, but no matter what you did there, you couldn't have dodged this cheater that has now literally just carried you through the cult, which is what happened to me the other day. There was this guy who was doing Lost Halls with me, and unfortunately I don't remember his name and I wasn't recording, but he was basically carrying me through a Lost Halls, and he asked me beforehand, what you doing? Why, or WYD, right, in the chat. And I said cult. So he went to go do the MBC, and I cleared for the cult. And then he finished the MBC before I even got a chance to kill the tea room, or even get the pots, or the flames for the tea room. So, he finished Marble Colossus extremely quickly, and he had kill aura as well. He was killing stuff extremely fast. So, and also auto dodge. He was auto dodging in the cult. He said, after the MBC, head to tea room. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And he then proceeded to just teleport to the pot rooms and get all the flames for me, so I didn't have to. Are you serious right now? Like, it literally sounds like a joke. You would think that, like, if I said this to you, that I was literally joking. But no, this actually happened, and I wish I had video of it, but I don't. I'm not recording all the time, and you can probably, if you're watching my videos consistently, which, I mean, I feel like most people are not, but between videos I gain fame and stuff, and so yeah, I wasn't recording at the time. I'm not always recording. So, this is, I mean, it's 30 minutes already. I can't believe I talked for so long. But I was just going over some Easter stuff and the new Easter event. That's the update on the cheating situation. I'll probably finish this Crystal Cavern off and finish the video. Yeah, I wanted to make a quick quote-unquote video, and it's somehow 30 minutes. It'll be edited down, so it'll be less. There was a lot happening, and if you aren't in the Discord, you probably have no idea what was going on. So that's what was happening. Thanks for watching. That's all I've got for now. I'll probably make another video tomorrow, see if there's any updates on the situation. Maybe there's more bans. Maybe there isn't. Maybe we'll see some elaboration on the kill aura cheats, because, I mean, like you saw, Deca Kalos is aware of it, and I hope he'll spread the word to the team. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. You can go watch my other videos for some context if you want, and I'll see you hopefully soon. Later, guys.